Welcome to another video yet again. This is an emergency upload as I do have a very nice profitable penny stock with no dilution, one that could absolutely go parabolic, one that I'm actually loaded up on myself. Drop a quick like for me on this video if you're enjoying this content, but this is one with a tiny, very small 1 million share float, so it could easily double. Is completely bottomed out, sitting on daily, weekly, and monthly support on all those time frames, primed up for a very massive parabolic run. So this one is backed by the ruler of Saudi Arabia. We're going to talk about that one in just a few seconds, but this penny stock has a microscopic $4 million market cap and has over 150 self-developed patents. Something very massive just happened around 2 months ago. They did sign a MOU, a memorandum of understanding, with the world's largest sovereign wealth fund in Saudi Arabia, and they want to invest $120 million into this penny stock that is valued at only $4 million, trading at $1 per share. So something you have to realize about this public investment fund, this PIF, it is among the largest sovereign wealth funds in the entire world, with total estimated assets of around $925 billion, just under $1 trillion. And guys, it even gets better than that. So Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud serves as the chairman of this public investment firm, and he is the ruler of Saudi Arabia. So this is a very powerful person that has continued to have meetings with presidents of the United States and other well-known world leaders. This is a company based out of Canada, but they are trying to disrupt the AI education market, which is actually an aggressively growing market, a very big market to dive into. And they do have some very big connections in China. You know, they just announced a partnership, said they're working very closely with the Red Sun Group, which is a $6 billion company, a top 500 China-based company. The company is valued at $6 billion, and it says on their website they have now built a mature industrialization covering an area of more than 400 hectares, which is equivalent to around 1,000 acres. And this is what it actually looks like right here. Also, the stock I'm talking about in this video is ticker GV Visionary Holdings Inc., which was founded in Toronto in 2013. Its IPO on the NASDAQ, ticker GV, IPO'd in May of 2022 and becomes the first Canadian enterprise IPO in USA as an education technology industry compound. They're actually focused on the AI education sector, which has a very big market to get into. As you can see, guys, the Chinese government is actually strongly implementing this as we speak, and they're actually really focused on this. Then you have to check out right here is the Prime Minister of Canada. You can see in this picture, this is on GV's website, has met with the core management team of Visionary Holdings Inc. So not only are they backed by Saudi Arabia, they are backed by the Canadian government. Make sure you watch this entire video, because near the end or just throughout the video, I will be showing you some massive Easter eggs just like this. You can just look at Visionary's headquarter base right here and see how big it is. So we're going to talk about this later in the video as well. GV is trading at $1.40 or $1.38 as of right now. You can see on the daily chart, does have that support level on the weekly and monthly time frame as well as the daily. So looking at the daily, is trying to curl back up. RSI is not even that high, and we do, has a lot of range. You can see range to $7 just recently, spiked up all the way to $8 just before that. So massive range on the chart, curling back up, looks primed up for a very big run. Looks like the MACD on the daily is about to switch over and trying to switch over right now. So that is positive, indicating bullish, very strong bullish momentum. So that's what we're looking at. Very small 1.75 million share float. So when volume comes in, we can see an explosion with ticker GV Visionary Holdings, and they are growing their revenue very aggressively. You can see in their last quarter did $9.4 million in total revenue. Keep in mind, you always have 3 zeros to these numbers, and had $1 million in net income just over that. You can see revenue growth compared to the last quarter has seen massive, a massive increase, as they lost $3.5 million the quarter before this one and then turned profitable, at least for their most recent quarter, one quarter before this one, 3 quarters ago, they only did $5.2 million in revenue. So this almost doubled 2 quarters later. So they are growing very rapidly. And we have to talk about this massive $120 million funding that they could potentially get. They already have a big agreement to get this, and we could see some updates on this at any moment. So that's another very big catalyst. So not even 2 months ago, they did sign this MOU, this memorandum of understanding, to get $120 million in funding. So this is actually, they don't even have any open dilution filings as of right now. They cannot even dilute shares. I'm going to talk about that. Actually, we can talk about that in just a few seconds. Ticker GV has no open dilution filings, and some of these aren't even registered, meaning they cannot dilute until they register these. So guys, these warrants right here, they have an exercise price at $60 and $12 either way, so they can't even be exercised. Plus, they're not even registered right here, so those can't even be, those are out of the question. Can't even dilute those. And then looking at these convertible notes right here, these are not registered, meaning they cannot be exercised to cause dilution. So a clean setup in terms of dilution, according to all, these dilution filings, no open or registered dilution filings that can be exercised right now. So looking at this, this was actually a PR on September 2nd. Just 2 months ago, Visionary Holdings Inc., ticker GV on the NASDAQ, officially signed a memorandum of understanding with the world's largest sovereign wealth fund, the Public Investment Fund, PIF, of Saudi Arabia, the Asia division. So the two parties have become very close partners. So it says right here, the two parties, like I said, have become very close partners, with PIF investing $120 million to fully support the development of Visionary's various industry projects. So this is very big, because that means, with this funding, they do not even have to dilute shares. So that is massive right here. So this funding includes debt replacement for 4 of Visionary's commercial buildings, including debt replacement with the Bank of China and the real estate redevelopment investment for these 4 buildings. And they say this also includes the real estate redevelopment investment for these 4 buildings. Guys, on GV's website, it says Visionary owns over 150 self-developed patents. They also hold 4 educational and office buildings in the prime area of downtown Toronto, totaling nearly 15 acres. So 2 of these buildings are the landmark structures with a combined area of approximately 600,000 square feet. And on their website is actually saying GV's total assets now exceed 300 million Canadian dollars. And you have to realize they own these 4 educational and office buildings totaling nearly 15 acres. 2 out of these 4 buildings have a combined area of 600,000 square feet. So actually looking back at this PR, it says, this one of the world leading investment funds backed by the ruler of Saudi Arabia. This funding includes debt replacement for 4 of Visionary's commercial buildings, all 4 of these, and the real estate redevelopment investment for these 4 buildings. So, so this is actually huge, as they have these 4 magnificent buildings, and this, Saudi Arabia is completely investing and backing, the redevelopment and expansion of these buildings and much more. This PIF, this fund, will continue to invest in Visionary in the future. So that, guys, this is actually only the start. They say they will continue to invest in ticker GV, this tiny penny stock, continuing in the future, providing strong financial talent and resource support for Visionary's global mergers and acquisitions, industrial upgrades, debt optimization, and rapid growth. So even if they get some acquisitions and mergers, they are actually backed by the ruler of Saudi Arabia. So, so they are backed by this investment fund of Saudi Arabia that was established in 1971 and is one of the largest sovereign wealth funds in the world, like I already said a few times. But they have total assets estimated of just around $1 trillion. And like I said earlier, Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud serves as the chairman of this investment fund that is completely backing ticker GV. And they say there's also potential mergers and acquisitions that they will actually fund themselves. You can see it, I already said it right here. It says it in this PR. That's actually multiple catalysts on the horizon for ticker GV. Visionary is pioneering innovation across 4 different key frontiers. They're revolutionizing transportation. We've already talked about that with their partnership with Farnova Holding Group, with EVs, electric buses, everything like that. They are actually targeting biochip breakthroughs, partnering with Canada Braun Biotechnology Group. Visionary Biotech emerges as a frontrunner in Toronto's biotech landscape with world-class biochip products. This collaboration bridges critical gaps in Canada's medical and agricultural sectors, supported by a $300 million investment in a state-of-the-art factory in China. We talked about how they joined forces with Red Sun Group, a massive $6 billion company on basically 1,000 acres, just a massive partnership right here, empowering education. They had the acquisition of Shenzhen Guoli Intelligent Technology Group. So Visionaries Siemens is positioned as Canada's foremost provider of STEM AI education, harnessing Guoli's, probably said that wrong, but guys, it really doesn't matter. They're just doing really big things, but they're harnessing their patents and global reach. Visionary, ticker GV, enriches youth education worldwide with over 100 different innovative products across 30 countries. So they are going globally with huge connections, backed by the Canadian government, based out of Canada, but have some very massive partnerships and partners in China. So that is very big, and they're going global. So with this acquisition, they're focusing on artificial intelligence and robotics. Like I said, serving clients in over 30 different countries and regions worldwide, and they're actually expanding this even further. So with 2 Chinese high-tech enterprises, it is an industry-leading enterprise specializing in AI-driven software composite robotics. And its business scope includes AI education, AI-themed cultural tourism, and consumer-grade robots. So they're also in the AI robotics sector as well as AI education, trying to revolutionize this entire market globally. As that's ticker GV, has massive potential, extremely undervalued, and a hidden gem in the market. Might even have to do another video at some point because this one has too much research and too many things going on, too many connections to even cover. This video is getting way too long, so I'm going to end it right there. Make sure you like the video. If you did make it this far in the video, guys, I really do appreciate that, and I will see you on the next video. Make sure you have the notification bell turned on, and so let me know in the comments what other plays you're watching, what you think about this play, and I will see you on the next video.